Well, welcome to the class. I'd like to just take a couple of minutes and talk about some administrative issues, some things that are misunderstood about how the course will be assessed and evaluated. So let's just jump into. I found this um, quote, obviously from Romans 1:17. And essentially, I think it says that you're really on a path, right? Uh, and there's going to be wonderful experiences. Nothing is out of your reach if you try and work hard. I mean, this is a little nerdy, believe. Uh, I know it's nerdy, but I also believe it's true, right? We're all on a lifelong search for better lives for ourselves and our families. That's why you're here. That's why I'm here. So I think when you understand that the learning process, this search for better, never stops, right? As soon as you can accept that, I think you start to understand a little bit more about gaining knowledge and the importance of that. So, again, good luck in the class and good luck in your future careers. In the online function, we have what are referred to as DQs. These are just discussion questions. Each week you get two of them. There'll also be some other videos, things added. I'll talk about those in a second. Those are what are referred to as CATs. However, your responses have a minimum required word count. If you look in the syllabus and the university's responses and requirements for this, there is a word count. Now, I'm not a stickler for this count. I'm not going to count how many words there are. I'm looking for depth in your answers, right? I'm always looking for, how is it done? Why is it important? What does this have to do with me, my job, etc.? You get 5 points for each DQ answer that adequately answers the questions. Be sure to include citations, proper grammar, etc. Halo will help you with the spell check. One thing that I find a little bit peculiar with this software is the font size is pretty small. I like to increase the font as much as I can, as frequently as I can. I don't always remember. So if you increase that font size, it does two things. Number one, it makes it easier to write when you don't have to squint to look at the thing that you're typing. But also, it makes it easier for your classmates and me to read your answers. It just makes it easier. So I consider doing that, okay? Participation is probably the most misunderstood concept. This is a very clinical grade, right? Full participation requires responding at least 3 days out of the week on these discussion questions and CATs with at least 6 substantive posts. Now, this does not include the DQs. Those things are graded. You get 5 points for answering those. This is in addition to that. So how it's graded is like this. This matrix, this is exactly how it works. I look and see, it tells me how many days you were answering questions. So if you were on there for 3 or more days, and let's say you had 5 substantive posts, 3 days, 5, you get a 17. If you were only on 2 days and you only responded 3 things, 3 substantive posts, your score would be a 9. Again, this is very straightforward, very clinical type of assessment because we're looking at participating in the class and keeping the discussion going on. So Again, it's misunderstood by a lot of folks. I hope we can clear that up. What is a substantive post? There's lots of definitions for these. Essentially, this is my take on it. It's a reply that is engaging in nature and shows some thought and reflection. For example, I like your response is not really what we're looking for, right? Your understanding of the material to your and the classmate's response. A leading statement or question that could lead to greater understanding, right? So again, remember to read those online participation requirements. In there is a definition of substantive post. If the response doesn't satisfy the requirement, you will not get credit for a substantive answer. This, in the end, could obviously impact where you fall in the grid in the previous slide. So again, it's great when we acknowledge and give encouragement to our classmates, but after that, that's when the substantive post actually starts. It's not with the congratulatory introduction. It's after that. What is after that? I plan on having some Zoom office hours. I live in Cincinnati, so I'm going to be online from 10 to 11 on Thursday nights, 10 to 11 my time. So you'll have to look and see. That's Eastern Standard Time. If you Google the time that's in Cincinnati, they'll tell you what time it is. My house, you can compare that to yours. I believe Phoenix, that area is sometimes split on the time. When I am doing this, there's 3 hours difference. So again, that changes depending on Eastern Standard, daylight savings, whatever that contraption is that we use for time. Check that out. I'll be online. Here is the Zoom meeting line down here. And if you want to do it by phone, that's okay. Again, we're going to talk about the class. If you have questions, I'll answer any questions. Again, it's just an hour of time. You're not required to be there. It's not a requirement. So if you can come and you have questions, want to listen, more the merrier. But I'll be there every Thursday night until otherwise notified, right? So again, let me know what you need, and I'm here to help you. The homework and quizzes are all on something called Wiley Plus, right? So there's a homework assignment for each topic. Those assignments and quizzes are located in that Wiley software. There is a PDF that was uploaded that has the Wiley registration information. It's a very simple process to register for this. So my hope is, crossing my fingers, that by Tuesday, everybody has registered for Wiley. That's the first day I'm going to check. That's the first day that I will send little memory notices to get out there and register as quick as possible, because the homework starts the first weekend. I mentioned this thing called CATS before. These are just additional videos for your discussion, right? They could be about course content or a concept. But on the other hand, they also could just provide some insight into business, careers, maybe even your personal life and affairs. So what I'm looking for is what you think about those assignments and how you think it might affect your personal and future work life, right? So these are things like from YouTube. They're like at TED Talks and instructional types of videos. So again, these are additional things. Quite frankly, I find that the discussion we have on CATS is sometimes a little bit more lively than it is with the actual course content. So again, trust me, if you utilize these things, it makes participation easier because you get substantive evaluations on the cats as well as the DQs. As far as contacting me, right? Again, there's questions to the instructor forum, there's messages, you have my email there. Again, I look for messages from me, and also on your side, you need to also look for messages from me, right? If you have any technical issues, I apologize, but not just because of distance, but I'm really not equipped to assist in technical issues. So anything technical that you have, you need to contact the GCU support and they will help you. If you do have an emergency that you think I can address, please text me before attempting to call me. I receive many robocalls every day. And if I don't recognize your name, I don't answer them. So again, my cell is in the profile information. If you need me, look that up and let me, but please text me first. I'll talk to you soon via that. So again, good luck. I hope you enjoy the course. Again, my name is Dr. Lawrence Byerly. People refer to me as Larry. I sign most of my documents with LB, but that's the course in a nutshell, the basics. So I look forward to seeing you all soon. Take care.